Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Lucky Life podcast, where we create our own luck and design the life of our dreams. I'm your host, Melissa Merck. Let's dive right into the episode. Long time no talk on the podcast. I can't even remember when the last episode was, and the break was completely unintentional. I skipped a week. Another week went by and another, and I kind of just forgot. I don't really have an excuse. I guess like my priorities were just other places. Okay, but we're back. Today we're doing a very long overdue Q&A. I posted a question box on my second Instagram page, which is Melissa Merck Health. Also, if you guys are watching the video, I just had a shower and I've already done my skincare, rough blow dried my hair. So yeah, we're not looking super cute, but I just wanted to film this and get back into it. Okay, I'm trying to find the question box because this was quite a while ago. When did I post this? You guys, I posted this in July. It's been over 2 months. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. I haven't even read these yet, so we're just going off the cuff. Okay, the first one is all about Nutrophoria. These are all like health related, by the way, because I posted it on my health page. So Nutrophoria is the holistic nutrition school that I went to. It was fully online, and the reason I chose it is because I did my schooling through COVID, and so in-class options weren't an option. And Nutrophoria offered fully online, and it was cheaper than a couple others, but you end up with the same certification. You want to make sure you're going to a school that's going to get you a proper certification. There's a certain website that I cannot remember what it's called right now, but it has a list of all the schools that are going to get you this specific type of certification. I did a 2-tier program, so the first half gets you a certification to be a health coach, and then I did the advanced program, which gives you the certification to be a holistic nutritionist. I liked it. I can't compare it to the others because I've only gone through the one. I feel like having in-person classes would have been nice, and I don't know, just like more hands-on, more tangible. I wish there was more business coaching. I think a lot of people go through the schooling and then at the end you don't really know what to do with the certification. And like a huge chunk of what you need to know is actually how to run a business and how to take on clients, and that's like a whole other ball game. But yeah, I'm really glad that I took it. I learned a lot, but I do feel like I've learned more through trial and error with myself and doing my own research outside of schooling, just because I like to specialize in like women's health, hormone health. But it was a good base. A lot of the information you learn is quite scientific, and to be honest, I don't have the best retention for that type of knowledge unless it's something that I need to know for like hands-on or every day. I don't know. I still have all my books and stuff, so if I need to like brush up on something, you can also take continuing education courses. I think you actually have to every couple of years to like keep up your certification. I would love to get into herbalism. But yeah, if you are someone that's wanting to get into schooling for holistic nutrition, definitely do your research because there are different schools. And I think now, if you have the option to do some in person, I think it would be kind of nice. Out of all the schools that I looked at, though, I think Nutrophoria was the most cost effective to get the specific certification. So that's kind of why I went with them. Okay, next question. How to fix my hormone health? This is a big question. I don't even think I could fit all of this into one podcast episode, but I will say the more that I learn, the more I realize just how interconnected everything in the body is, which I feel like is kind of an obvious thing when you think of it. But if you want to get to the root of most hormone problems, it is quite multifaceted. Generally, you need to look at your gut health, stress levels, blood sugar regulation is super important. The liver is also a very important organ to look at because it metabolizes excess hormones. You really need to look at all of these different areas, and also depending on your starting point, I would definitely need to know a lot more information in order to be like more specific with that. Oh, the same person said poor health, worsening skin conditions, example, eczema. Okay, a lot of times skin conditions like eczema can be related to candida overgrowth. So that's something you might want to look into. That's also connected to gut health. Supplements for energy or tips for less brain fog in general. I'll share some of my favorites, but I always recommend to talk to a doctor or a health practitioner before starting supplements. And also, sometimes supplements that work for one person aren't going to work for someone else because, again, it depends on what is causing the brain fog and low energy. But in general, I really like rhodiola. Lion's mane mushroom is also really good to help with focus. Sometimes brain fog and low energy can be caused from nutrient deficiencies as well. So you might want to get iron tested, your B12. sometimes vitamin D. Supplements can only help so much. You really need to get down to what's actually causing the problem in the first place. Like, are you sleeping well? Getting into a good sleep schedule really helps with the circadian rhythm. Making sure you're eating a well-balanced diet. Are you getting in all the nutrients you need? Exercise can really help. And also getting stress levels under control, because stress can really deplete you of energy and it can mess up a lot of things. Next we have, how much sleep do you get at night? I generally sleep anywhere from 8 to 10 hours, usually closer to 8, but like 8.5, 9 is ideal. It's like when I feel my best. Have you finally cleared your hormonal acne? Honestly, I want to say yes. I haven't had a bad breakout in a really long time. I still get like a little breakout here and there, which I think is quite normal, especially if I'm like off my skincare routine or my diet gets off track, or like depending on where I am in my cycle. So I think that's quite normal. But for the most part, like my skin has been doing pretty well. But the reason I'm like not saying it super confidently is because my skin does go through waves of like being good and then being bad. So I want to have like a full year of clear skin before I can say that like, yes, I cleared my hormonal acne and I like feel like super good with where I'm at. But yeah, I haven't really had issues with it for quite a while now, so that's good. Opinion on Clear Stem as a natural supplement for acne. I'm not actually familiar with this. Let me look it up. Okay, I'm on their website. It looks like they have a skincare line, and then they have an acne supplement, which I feel like is what you're asking about. I'm just going to look at the ingredients. The supplement has bioavailable vitamin A, turmeric and dandelion, digestive blend, 5-HTP, Dimin B5, glutathione. I like everything that they have in here, and I do think this could help some people. But again, it's like it really depends on like what's causing your acne, because this could be super helpful for someone, and for someone else it might do nothing. But yeah, I do like what they have in here. It's kind of like targeting a lot of things. They have high dose vitamin A, which is kind of like, I don't want to say it's an alternative to Accutane, but Accutane is essentially like vitamin A. I love Dim. Dim is amazing. It also has a liver blend, milk thistle, dandelion, glutathione. That's all really good for the liver. Same with Dim, so it's going to help with metabolizing excess hormones. There's a digestive blend, so it's targeting your gut. 5-HTP that can help with stress. Again, I think a lot of people run to supplements hoping for a quick fix. While they can definitely be helpful, they're more of a supportive tool that helps alongside lifestyle changes, which are going to help make the biggest change. Is intermittent fasting good for you? This is a polarizing question because I've seen extremes on both sides. There's a lot of information to argue for and against, although I will say there's a lot more information to support the benefits in men. Personally, I'm not a huge fan, but I think if you're someone that's tried it, you like it, works for you, that's great. But yeah, there's definitely like information to support pros and cons for and against it. How to walk into the gym with confidence. I find it hard to not care what others may think. I've moved around a lot, so I've gone to a lot of different gyms. Starting out at a new gym can be super intimidating, especially when you don't know where equipment is. I think that's like a big part of it. It's like when you walk in and you don't even know where you're gonna go. One of the gyms that I went to, I actually got a personal trainer, and my main reason for that is I just wanted someone to guide me around the gym, give me some pointers, give me like a structured workout plan, and just like take me through so I knew how to use all the equipment properly. And like I just like walked in knowing what I was there to do. If it's one of your first days there or you don't know where equipment is, like if you have a friend that can come with you, or if you get a personal trainer, or even if you just ask someone at the gym to give you a little tour, I think that can be really helpful just so you know where things are. And then having a program written out, or at least like knowing what you're doing each day so you don't feel like you're just running all over the place without a plan. Also putting on a cute workout outfit and like putting your hair up nice, just like making yourself feel good can really help with confidence in the gym. But yeah, I think it's always a little bit intimidating in the beginning, but once you get into a groove and you're familiar with it, I feel like all the anxiety goes away eventually. So it just takes a little bit of time to kind of get into it. But at the end of the day, nobody's watching you as much as you think they are. But also like, if you do end up going to the gym and you just feel anxious and you want to leave, I think one of the best things to do is just grab like a set of dumbbells, go into like a little corner, do your own workout there, or I'll just stay on a cardio machine and just do that as my workout if I'm feeling like super nervous. Are you familiar with Ovasitol for PCOS or anything similar to it? What are your opinions on it? Personally, I am a big fan, especially if you have insulin resistance, and insulin resistance is very common in PCOS. It can help balance blood sugar levels. It can help improve ovulation. Ovasitol is essentially a blend of two types of inositol, and it's from the brand Theralogics. But you can get the same blend from other companies as well. There's one from Wholesome Story that I've tried. It's basically a 40-to-1 ratio of myo and D-chiro-inositol. But yeah, it is one of those things where you have to take it for a few months before you notice benefits, and it's definitely one of the more popular supplements for PCOS. Okay, foods best suited to the points of your cycle while staying healthy. Okay, so I think you're probably referring to like cycle syncing, which is what a lot of people call it, where it's basically like at different points in your cycle, you eat different foods, you do different exercises. I don't do it personally just because it's too much work, in my opinion. It's too much to like think about. I just like to go with the flow, and I eat what I feel like eating at the time, just like more intuitive. But yeah, if it's something that you want to look into, just Google cycle syncing. There's a ton of information online, and it will tell you like different things that are beneficial for each phase of your cycle. Your thoughts on career changes, losing wage, but family life balance in return. It can be super scary to leave a job or make a career change, especially if you're going to be losing money. Anyone that I've ever talked to that's gone through something like this, it's like you go through a scary period, and then once you're over that, you look back and generally you're like, why didn't I do it sooner? Having a job takes up such a huge chunk of your life. I think it's extremely important to enjoy what you do, or you have a job that pays the bills and allows you time to enjoy life. But if you're stuck in a job that you don't like and you don't feel like you have time to live life, I think that's a scarier place to be in. I'm actually interested because whoever asked this like a couple months ago. So if you're watching this, did you make a career change? Or what happened? Where are you at? I'm curious. And our last question for today is best ways to reduce anxiety, especially when it comes to hypochondria. I'm pretty sure hypochondria is when people have like health anxiety. I'm going to Google this just to make sure because I always get these confused. Hypochondria is a type of anxiety disorder. People with hypochondria frequently worry about their health even when nothing is seriously wrong. Signs can include going to the doctor frequently without feeling reassured, talking a lot about health, and spending excessive time online researching symptoms. Okay, this can be kind of tricky because on one hand, I do think you need to be an advocate for your own health. I feel like if you feel like something's wrong, you should listen to your intuition and look into it. However, if you have hypochondria, I'm sure it's hard to differentiate between intuition and anxiety. I definitely think talking to a therapist, especially if you can find someone who specializes in this type of anxiety. I'm sure there are people like that. I think like mindfulness practices, working on regulating your nervous system. I also think like journaling, especially like writing down everything you're worried about. Sometimes just getting things out of your head and then onto paper can change your mindset about things. And then especially like as time passes, if like later on you're feeling better about it, you can like look back and reflect and then realize that you are actually okay. And I think one of the best things just for anxiety in general is staying busy, because when you have free time to worry, and you are someone that has a tendency to worry and have anxiety, you will. But if you're preoccupied with living life, like hang out with friends, do activities, engage in different hobbies. I find like when I'm sad at home, I have so much time to overthink and create problems for myself. But if I'm out with friends or I'm traveling or I'm busy in work, like I completely forget about everything. And I also think your mind is so powerful, and it's like placebo effect. Like if you believe you're healthy, you're more likely to be healthy. And if you believe that you're sick, you're more likely to have issues. That is what I have for today. Those were the questions. Let me know if you guys like these. I can do more. And make sure you're following my Instagrams, Melissa Mark and Melissa Mark Health, because I will post a question box on my story if you guys are interested in more of these. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be back soon with a new episode, potentially next Monday. I really do want to try to get back into the weekly schedule, but I need to do a little bit of prep to get ahead of myself here. But yeah, we will be back with more episodes though. Okay, thanks again for listening, and I'll see you guys all soon. Bye.